What is up, my veggies? My name is VeggieTales Raymond, and welcome back to another movie review. Today we're jumping back into the Disney Channel movies, and today we're reviewing Zenon, the Girl of the 21st Century. I got a lot to say about this movie, but I don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to condense this down to a short review, so this one's probably not going to last the 10 minutes, so it's going to be a shorter review. But let's talk about it nonetheless. Zenon, the Girl of the 21st Century. I will say one thing. This movie, I've seen it before I had to rewatch it for the review, but I never really got the whole gist of it when I've watched it before, but now I rewatched it. I will say one thing, the first 30-ish minutes of this movie is pretty boring. Like, I'm sitting there like, oh my goodness, I am extremely bored right now. I just want to curl up in a ball and go to sleep. Literally, that's how this movie made me feel. But then, when Zenon actually gets sent down to Earth is where the movie picks up, and it starts to get a lot more interesting. And it's not just because she's trying to adjust to Earth life, because, yeah, there's some of that, but it doesn't feel like they're really hammering it on into your head. But the whole movie itself is actually really, 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 really interesting, the way they handle things in this film. And you would think a lot of these characters you wouldn't like, because there are like a lot of stereotypes in the movie, like generic Disney Channel movie stereotypes. But actually, Zenon at first, when the first 30 minutes where it's pretty boring, can be pretty annoying. I'll say that because, yeah, Zenon is pretty annoying in those parts of the movie. But she does become a very likable character, and so do most of the other characters. Now, there are just this bully character that I just think needs to just go home. But I think the character gets a little more development in the later movies, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think that she does. This movie just has something about it that just, it's all over the place. It just clicks, I guess. The climax really isn't anything really action-packed. It's pretty suspenseful. But, and I don't expect, from what we've gotten in these Disney Channel movies so far, I think this is like the fourth or fifth or sixth one, I think. Such how far we've reviewed Under Wraps, You Lucky Dog, Brink, and Halloween Town, I think, and then this. And this one's just pretty generic and pretty... Don't get me wrong, I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it more than some of the others we reviewed so far. And this is one that a lot of people have a lot more fond memories of than something like Under Wraps or You Lucky Dog or Brink. A lot of people do have a lot more memories to this one. And I remember seeing this one more than I remember seeing any of those other ones besides Halloween Town. But actually, this movie really does have an enjoyable concept, and I don't mind it at all, because it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's an interesting film just to sit down and enjoy, because I know I actually really enjoyed this concept, and I thought it was pretty fun and funny, for the most part. Like, there are some jokes there that work, but then there are some that fall flat. But with movies like this, you really already expect some jokes that are going to fall flat. Like, you already see, oh yeah, that's not going to be funny, or that's not cool, or just something like that. You get those moments in this movie where you're just like, yeah, that's not funny. But you do get some of those moments where you do get a chuckle, and some of the... For what this is, I know, clearly I'm not the target demographic for this, because I'm a 17-year-old, even though I still kind of enjoyed the movie, and I'm not even looking at these for being at a certain demographic I am towards them. This is looking to see if they're actually enjoyable, and for the most part, everything past the 30-minute mark, or the 30-ish minute mark, I actually liked. Like, a lot of stuff in this movie wasn't too... Like, the first 30 minutes, like I said, is just so boring. It doesn't go anywhere for the first 30 minutes. And it's just... But as soon as the stuff with her getting off of Earth happens, and it just gets a lot more interesting. And plus, Raven-Symoné is in this movie. I think it's her name. She's in this movie, and I'm like, wow. This was like before That's So Raven, I think. And I was like, whoa, didn't know all of this was a thing. But I really did enjoy sitting down and watching this film. Now, a lot of stuff in this was just turn the movie off, please. I just want to stop. Please stop. That's done within 30 minutes. Most of the movie is rather enjoyable because I enjoyed most of the film. Characters are pretty likable. I really did like the aunt character. She was really funny. And just overall, for the majority of the time, I had a good time with the movie. It wasn't bad. It wasn't irritating. It's just pretty. The plot is kind of predictable at some points, but it throws a little thing in there. And you're like, oh yeah, and you get to enjoy this film for what it is. You're walking into this expecting a masterpiece. You're not gonna get one, but it's still a pretty enjoyable film, and I'm gonna have to give it a 3.5 out of 5. So guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please tap the like button down below, subscribe, leave me a comment, and link to all my social medias will link down in the description below. And do not forget to hit the notification button to be notified when I upload these sweet videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!